Alrighty, Oliver. So we have your video queued up here with Max Scherzer. He's a pitcher for the Texas Rangers. We're going to talk about your mechanics versus his mechanics and just a couple things that we can work on going forward. So let's play these back to back and then we'll talk about it. All right, so very first thing I want to talk about is I want you to take a look at Max Scherzer's leg right here versus your leg. Okay, so what we talked about in the last lesson was we really want to make sure that we can bring our leg up like so, like just how Max Scherzer is. The reason that we want to do this, Oliver, is it's going to allow us to gain more power and more momentum. I want you to think about it just like when you're hitting. It's just like whenever you're trying to load with your legs in your upper half, right? We're trying to build power, trying to build momentum towards home plate, right? That's what's going to help us throw hard and throw, obviously, more strikes and get more batters out, right? So that's one thing that we want to continue to work on, right? The second thing, if I want to clear our screen real quick, the second thing is I want you to take a look at one thing that both of y'all actually do very well, which is I want you to take a look, and you might not even know you're doing this, but take a look at you versus Max Scherzer. Both of y'all do a really good job of riding down the mound, right? The one thing I would like to see a little bit more, and we can work on this obviously throughout our lessons, Oliver, is working into our bottom half, right? And we'll be able to get ourselves into a better bottom half and really get ourselves into a better position to throw, right? So that's another thing too. Because if you take a look at what Max Scherzer's doing, if we were to zoom out just a little bit, this position that he's in right now is what we like to call block position, essentially where we are fully extended out with our body to where essentially if we just only were to use our upper half here, we would be able to throw effectively, right? Essentially, it is our hip and our shoulder separating that creates our velocity, okay? So that's another big thing too is we're going to continue to work on. And I want you, along with that, to take a look at y'all's glove, right? Take a look at what Scherzer does. Beforehand, we had talked about that what we want to do is we want to take our glove and replace it just like a bow and arrow, and then we tuck it in, right? And if you take a look at ours real quick, Oliver, if I were to highlight it here, what we do is we take it and then we throw it out to the left, right? Which causes that ball to either shoot out high arm side or low glove side, right? The final thing I want to talk about that we'll work on is our release point. Take a look at where you release the ball out here, right? If you were to take a look out here, right? And then our body's like this. Take a look where Scherzer releases. Scherzer releases out here, and his body is at this angle, right? So we want to try and take our logo that's here on our chest, and what we want to do is we want to take it here to the ground, okay? So those are a couple things that we're going to work on going forward, but I figured I'd get you this video just to kind of see where we're going, what we're trying to do, and our next steps going forward. So continue to keep working hard, Oliver. You're doing a great job so far in lessons. We'll continue to work at it.